Thank you for joining us to explore this new way of thinking about the subject of depression, which is an emotionally wrenching experience. We have found both in our private practices and in our seminars on depression that the majority of believers feel ashamed that somehow they have failed God if they become depressed. Many people have said to me, God must be disappointed with me and I can no longer be used by Him for the kingdom. And it grieves my heart when I hear them say that, because nothing can be further from the truth. They have this idea that the only healthy Christian is a happy and contented Christian, and that if they are not that, that somehow they have a lack of faith or trust in God.
But everything begins to change when they realize, usually for the first time, that most of God's servants in the Bible suffered, at least at some point in their time in their career, depression, sometimes severe, even suicidal depression. Understanding God's compassionate and merciful response to His depressed servants, it gives struggling believers today a new, far more charitable picture of just exactly how God sees them in their times of suffering. Their ideas change, I think, much more when they discover that the real purpose of depression is that it serves as an emotional alarm system designed to alert them to problems that need resolution if they're to lead functional and satisfying lives. They discover, too, that depression itself is not the problem, but rather it is a signal to the problem. And as such, and this may sound a bit paradoxical, but depression is our ally, not our enemy. And it's a clarion call then to the only kind of change that can be truly healing to every one of us.
And both of us have seen so many believers who have taken this concept and put their lives on a different trajectory so that they can now understand depression through the prism of their faith and consequently find healing and wholeness. And it's the greatest joy that we have for our hearts to help our fellow believers who are deeply hurting. And it's our joy to see God's truth triumph in these critical areas of emotional lives and illness so that they can experience God's glory and their own greatest good.